Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reviewing the new Kylie collection exclusive for Ulta, the blush and the eyeshadow palette. Also, I have an update for you on the new Huda Beauty Mini Obsessions nude palettes compared to the big nude palette, the new nude that was released last year. As promised, I was going to give you guys live swatches in comparison, and honestly, when I compare the mini nude Obsessions compared to the big Huda palette, the quality was just not the same, and the formula was definitely different. And I mean, I don't hate it, but if you already own the big palette, I think you already got a better deal, and for almost 30 bucks, these are not worth it. So but first, if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing. Each month I do monthly giveaways, and as long as you've left me a way to contact you, and if you've already subscribed, then you're already entered each month automatically. So the Kylie Cosmetics eyeshadow palette retails for $44, listed on the Ulta website. I got this as a diamond exclusive. It's not PR, it just means I got early access to buy it. The palette itself is highly pigmented, but the colors, and you know, some of them end up staining your skin. I had also some issues with some of the shades being really rough on the skin. The shades have these cutesy names for holidays, I guess. They're called Martini, Raspberry Sugar, Check ID, Be Mine, Candy Heart, Pray for Snow, Rose, Forever Young, Almond, Love Bug, Jack Frost, Bikini Mama. So they're kind of just meant as a quick cash grab for the holidays. She joined Ulta in 2018, about a year ago, and they got a little bit of success in the beginning. However, in 2019, with makeup stocks falling down in general, they haven't had as much success, especially not with the new skincare line that she released. She's been very much criticized for the walnut scrub that, unlike her lip kits, which were popular and successful and sometimes inconsistent, according to some reviewers, I don't think that lately we've been seeing a lot of creative stuff come from her, and it seems that a lot of the shades are being recycled, and a lot of the products are just, you know, trying to go for safe options so they can quickly grab money for the holidays. So with that being said, let's have a look at these releases that they came out exclusive for Ulta. First, the eyeshadow palette, like I was swatching for you guys, it's definitely pigmented, so there's no question with the pigmentation. However, people complaining about the eyeshadow staining their eyes, and also for me personally, I feel like some of the shades were a little rough, and the packaging really does get dirty really fast because, you know, it's really a dirt magnet. Now, moving on to the other product they released for the holidays, it was the blush highlighter combo kit, which is really a mashup of these individual blush, highlighter, and bronzer that were already sold separately. Now, one thing I noticed when I swatched these is that these shades, compared to the singles, because I had already had the singles from before, the singles were a lot more softer on my skin. I had the exact same shades, and they did show up a lot better. So I feel like despite their glowing reviews online, maybe people that already bought these didn't realize that the single releases seem to have better performance. So compared to the holiday face palette that retails for $38, the single releases do have better performance, but it's also more expensive because each of those single releases cost about $18. So for 4, you would be paying roughly around $80, whereas here you're paying $36 and you get all of them. However, the quality is significantly lower. So again, they're not they're not stupid. They're not giving you an amazing deal. They're just giving you lower quality and a chance to try out all of the colors. So I guess for me, this was another problematic release, and unfortunately, I don't think this would make the cut. So I don't recommend this product to anybody, unfortunately. Now the next product fail that I want to talk about is the Lancôme le Monochromatique palette. This monochromatic palette is supposedly a cream to powder color with mix and matching eyes, cheeks, lips, and this was a complete fail for me, and the colors are just not really showing up aside from that one dark berry color, and the size is just so small, so it's not really worth the cost. And as you can see, you just really get very sheer shimmers that barely show up on the skin at all. So if you are thinking of splurging $34 on some kind of a face palette, this is not it, you guys. I really don't think that the Lancôme did any favor for themselves by coming up with this product, and unfortunately you'll have to add this to a do not buy list if you already have a list of any kind. And I mean, just look at how much of a mess this glitter fallout is, and just not really showing up. So all in all today, of all the products that I talked to you guys about, I would probably say my favorite was probably, between all these palettes that I didn't recommend, was probably the Kylie Holiday palette, just because it did have some pigmentation that did show up. But again, if you already own the Modern Renaissance palette, or any palette with pinks and neutrals in it, then you probably don't need this palette. It's just, you know, another palette that we've seen before, but it's probably the only one I would, you know, actually buy if I didn't own any of these products that I talked about today. Now, as I said, those Huda Obsessions, again, not really for me. But if you already don't own the bigger palette, then it's probably worth buying for close to $30. Now, the other products I want to talk to you about is the new Colourpop BYE BYE BIRDIE collection, which was just released. Surprise! There's a new release every day. And my thoughts on it: they have way too many palettes released already, and the shades have just been repeated over and over again. So for me, this BYE BYE BIRDIE collection is really reminiscent of the earlier collection, like they just released last week with the Midnight Masquerade collection that I already reviewed for you guys. So it's probably going to be a pass for me, and I just feel like we've got too many pinks and neutrals and pressed glitters and golds, and it's been done. Now, another product I wanted to talk to you about was the new Jessica Rabbit Multi-Glow Bronzer Highlighter Pot. This was released also for Holidays 2019, along with the Jessica Rabbit Compact Mirror. Now, last year, as you may recall, they released the ciate released the Jessica Rabbit eyeshadow palette, which had really beautiful warm reds and purples. However, as far as the performance of this palette, it was mediocre at best. But my favorite was probably their highlighter that came out last year, and I really enjoyed it. But you know, because of the shape, it was really only for me just something for decoration. And as well as the lipstick that came out, I also went and purchased that lipstick. I really did like the lipstick because it was unique, but however, for the compact mirror that they released this year and that little multi-glow highlighter bronzer, I'm probably going to give it a pass, because you know, I feel like as far as a collector, you know, if you have one or two of these items, maybe that's okay, but to me so far it looks like they're just milking it at this point. It's too much. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video, and if you did, make sure to subscribe if you want to be entered into monthly giveaways. This month I'm doing the Norvina Volume 3, and as always, I hope to see you guys next time, and I will leave you with these swatches, and that's all. I'll talk to you guys